Tech stocks take a tumble when an MIT report says 95% of AI projects aren't getting any financial benefit. Google sets a launch date for Gemini for home smart speakers. Another huge security issue in AI, this time from Elon Musk's Grok. China's DeepSeek returns to challenge Anthropic's Claude, but it hasn't knocked it off the podium yet. And Microsoft races to fix Windows SSD failures as another company pushes back. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. The AI boom just hit a reality check on Wall Street. U.S. tech stocks dropped sharply this week. The Nasdaq fell more than 2%, Nvidia slipped nearly 5%, and market darling Palantir tumbled 16%, taking it from one of the best performers to make it the worst performer in the S&P 500. Two things have spooked investors. First, an MIT report found that 95% of corporate AI pilots aren't producing measurable returns. This made headlines. Now, if you dug a little deeper, the report said the problem isn't the technology. The 5% that did succeed show the potential, but most companies aren't applying AI to the right problems or adapting their organizations and processes to make it work. And secondly, Silicon Valley itself is starting to lower expectations. Sam Altman of OpenAI warned that the AI surge may look like a bubble, saying smart people sometimes get overexcited about a kernel of truth. And Eric Schmidt, the former Google chair, has been urging people to stop chasing sci-fi notions of artificial general intelligence and instead focus on what today's tools can actually deliver. Palantir's staggering valuation, with a price-to-earnings ratio well into the hundreds, was just one of many in a market that seems primed for a correction. And investors may now be shifting money into safer sectors like healthcare and consumer staples and signaling a bit of a rebalancing. AI's promise hasn't dimmed, but the market mood has. What we're seeing isn't a collapse in confidence in the technology. It's just a reminder that expectations need to be tempered in boardrooms and on Wall Street. Google has announced the timing of its new smart speaker, branded under Gemini for Home. This device and AI assistant will begin rolling out in October, with early access users getting a first look at how Gemini reshapes the smart home. Gemini for Home is designed to replace Google Assistant on the Nest devices, bringing natural back-and-forth conversations without the constant need for wake words. Once you say, "Hey Google," the system's Gemini Live mode kicks in, letting you follow up freely, whether you're cooking, checking a calendar, or controlling lights around the house. The assistant promises more nuanced responses than past versions, handling requests like "turn off the lights everywhere except my bedroom," or "play that song from this summer's blockbuster about race cars." It apparently can juggle multi-step instructions, manage timers, help with shopping lists, and do this in a more conversational style. But the bigger story may be the competition. Amazon announced its next-generation Alexa Plus back in February, powered by generative AI. By August, Amazon claimed it had reached many millions of users in the US, with 90% of promised features already live on the Echo Show devices. Still, some key pieces, including the long-promised Alexa.com interface, were delayed until late summer, as Amazon worked on fine-tuning. But this sets us up for an interesting comparison. Amazon may have a slight early lead, but with Gemini for Home arriving this fall, all eyes will be on which company captures more attention and more households in the next wave of AI-powered smart homes. So the real question may be how intelligent these assistants actually are. Will they give ChatGPT's voice mode a run for its money? Or will they simply be good enough to finally put pressure on Apple to fix Siri? We wait with bated breath. And if smart assistants and AI are getting smarter, privacy is still a mess. We've already seen cracks in AI privacy with OpenAI's ChatGPT, occasionally exposing user conversations in the past. Google's Gemini had a glitch that unintentionally exposed email content. And now Elon Musk's Grok is adding its chaos to the mix. XAI, Musk's AI firm, inadvertently exposed over 370,000 user Grok conversations, making them searchable across engines like Google and Bing. Some of these leaked chats included deeply sensitive and personal content, as people used Grok as a business advisor, as a medical advisor, as a personal advisor, as an advisor on romance. And the leak exposed everything from intensely personal details to business planning to instructions on bomb making and suicide. Clearly unintended and clearly alarming. But that's just the surface. Grok also spiraled into a wave of outright disturbing behavior. In one high-profile case, Grok generated graphic rape fantasies and burglary instructions targeting a specific user, prompting threats of legal action. Elon Musk's team acknowledged the weaknesses in the model's moderation, pointing to an overly compliant system that too readily followed user prompts. Beyond that, the leaked system prompts reveal some wildly irresponsible design choices, from a persona called the crazy conspiracist dabbling in fringe global cabal theories to an unhinged comedian explicitly told to say shocking, obscene things. Those prompts were meant to remain internal. Many didn't. And in the midst of all of the personal conversations had with Grok, there was one that should have been disturbing to Elon Musk. There was a plan for how to assassinate him. So here's what matters. The privacy issues are incredible. But these models are now powering next-gen smart homes. And as our devices get smarter, they also get scarier. A voice assistant that's supposed to help you cook or schedule a meeting, could it one day leak a private conversation? Or worse, encourage dangerous behavior? And this leans into a bigger question. Are these systems ready for prime time, or are we just priming Pandora's box? We all want AI to make our homes smarter. And the cockiness of some of these companies should disturb you. When OpenAI exposed a number of private conversations to Google search, Elon Musk took a victory lap and said, Grok doesn't have this problem. Well, it does now. We want AI to make our homes smarter, but for that to work, it needs to keep our secrets safely at home, not spill them online. And for the makers of these systems, they need to get out of the competition mode and get into the protection mode, the protection of their customers. The Chinese startup DeepSeek is making waves again in the AI world, with some wondering if it's leapfrogged Anthropic's Claude. DeepSeek's new V3.1 model offers a 128,000 token context window and impressive programming performance. In community tests, it apparently outpaced Claude Opus 4 on some coding tasks, while costing a fraction of the price, about 1/60th of comparable models. That price-to-performance ratio has drawn big attention, especially from developers. But cost and performance aren't everything. A peer-reviewed study earlier this year found that while DeepSeek beat rivals like GPT, Gemini, and Llama on classification tasks, it still fell short of Claude in overall accuracy. And privacy questions also linger. In Germany, the US, and other countries, many governments restricting the use of DeepSeek on official systems. Meanwhile, Claude hasn't exactly been standing still either. Anthropic recently rolled out Claude Code to its enterprise plans, offering teams a 1 million token context window, big enough to handle entire code bases or document libraries. Opus 4 has set new benchmarks in autonomous coding, working up to 7 hours at a stretch with strong accuracy. Just as important, Claude now includes enterprise controls. administrators can decide who in an organization gets access to higher tier capabilities, ensuring that the most advanced and most costly features are used only where they deliver real value. So, has DeepSeek eclipsed Claude? Not yet. What it has done, though, is proven that China can deliver a cost-efficient challenger with real momentum. Claude, for now, keeps the enterprise crown with accuracy and a bigger context window, but the contest for AI leadership is getting a lot more interesting. And Microsoft said it's been working on a fix for a bug in a recent Windows update that has been linked to SSD failures. Users have reported drives becoming corrupted or inaccessible after patching, though the scale of the issue isn't quite clear. Meanwhile, Phison, the Taiwan-based chip maker behind many SSD controllers, says it's launching legal action over a falsified internal document that's circulated online, claiming to blame its hardware for the problem. Phison called the leak misleading, but confirmed it's continuing to investigate the reports alongside Microsoft. For now, the message is simple: a fix is coming, but both companies are still sorting out exactly what went wrong. And that's our show. Stay tuned this weekend as we offer you not just... And that's our show. Stay tuned this weekend as we offer you not just one, but two shows on AI. Our Project Synapse panel and a special interview with the head of Zoho Canada as we talk about their entry to bring AI into the SMB market and to go head-to-head with some of the bigger players. We love to hear from you. You can reach me at technewsday.ca or .com. Just go to the Contact Us page, and while you're there, if you'd like to support what we're doing, please go to the Donate tab and consider contributing maybe the cost of a cup of coffee a month to support the show. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave a comment under the video, but your contributions would be gratefully accepted as well. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend.